We learned that less than 10% of the population of Calhoun was in a church on Sunday mornings, in a Calhoun church. For us, we began to see that, you know what, there's an opportunity for us to go reach lost people. That's been our heartbeat, is knowing that lostness exists in this town and feeling like we can come and partner with these churches that are already there to try to impact that lostness. We were introduced to Josh and began conversations with him, and we saw quickly that we felt like he had the disposition to be a guy that could lead well in the town of Calhoun. We felt like who God had wired him to be and his experience really would be a great fit.
There's roughly 7,800 people in this zip code. This area has been growing at about a 5% clip, and studies are showing that that's going to continue to grow. I mean, you don't have to look far. You just drive down the street and you'll see neighborhood after neighborhood where there are new houses being built, new land that's being clear cut for new subdivisions to go in. And so there's incredible potential, incredible need as the Lord is just bringing people to this area. And God just put a burden on our hearts. I mean, He really just broke our hearts for the people here. And just the need, the lostness that was in the community, the fact that there are some great churches in the area, but there's also a lot of people. There's a need for another gospel-centered church. And as my wife and I began to pray about this church and this campus and what God wanted to do through us, and He said, Josh, no matter what happens in this church, right? You know, it kind of reminds me of Paul saying, I planted in Apollos water, but God gives the growth. No matter what happens, my call to you is to be faithful. And if you will be faithful to this community, if you will be faithful to my word, if you will be faithful to pursue me, then that's the standard that I'm going to measure you against. To know that there's a whole Baptist, what we do matters. To know that there's a whole Baptist family that is praying with us and that potentially could be praying for the lost in Calhoun to come to know Jesus is huge.